Voxel51 is a 48-person Series B company. We're in growth mode currently. Essentially, our tool allows computer vision engineers to curate their visual data sets in relationship to the models they're building and refining. In 2024, we doubled our revenue, actually doubled our headcount as well. In 2025, we're looking to double revenue again, and then we'll continue to grow responsibly. So we'll probably increase our headcount by another 50%, hopefully more. In terms of the responsible and sort of diligent growth model that's really important to us, that really focuses on not over hiring, right? And being really focused on intentionally adding people to the team. So when I think about how to do that, I want to address inclusion and equity with respect to recruiting. I'm going to be honest, probably you can quote me on this because I've said it before. I actually think hiring in general is a bit broken. And that's not just a Voxel51 thing. I think that's like an industry-wide problem, maybe a worldwide problem. And so, you know, if you're generally curious about how to stand out and how to sort of be elevated in tech specifically or with respect to your background, go ahead and watch the presentation that we just did roughly an hour ago, 55 minutes ago. I think that'll help you stand out. But how do I, as a recruiter, focus on inclusion at Voxel51 in spite of some of that noise and the distractions? And the reality is, I think it's our commitment to the candidate experience and also to the employee experience. So both as you get noticed and interviewed and hopefully hired, and then also once you're an employee here. So what we do really well, we're extremely flexible. And I think we do a really nice job of inclusively allowing people to live their lives. We ask a lot of ourselves. We ask a lot of each other. It's very heavy lifting, as is true in most startups. But there's like time and space for family and pets. And I can't believe my dogs haven't barked in the last hour, but they're always around and constantly barking. So nobody at Voxel gets upset. So that's the sort of rundown on my recruiting philosophy and a little bit about us. And I will pass it on to Josh.
Awesome. Thank you, Remy. Yeah, so hi, I'm Josh, VP of Engineering here at Voxel51. Some basics about engineering here. Well, first of all, the company is fully remote. Execs on the East Coast and West Coast, everyone's in kind of US Canadian time zones, but fully remote. We do a couple of retreats every year, but otherwise, you're out of your home office. We currently have 17 engineers, and as Remy said, we are growing we're hiring now and plans to do more hiring next year. Our tech stack, Python and TypeScript, and we are primarily an on-prem solution. We're not really a SaaS product, which brings its own kind of engineering challenges. But I actually just joined the company about 3 months ago. And one of the biggest reasons for me is the huge impact our product has. I think we're all very aware the AI revolution is coming. And what we're doing at Voxel51 really enables the teams that are building AI models to build models that are less biased, more safe, more reliable, and helping them to get those models into production more consistently. And we're helping a huge range of industries in doing that. We're working with companies in healthcare, autonomous vehicles, robotics, agriculture, retail, sports, and a bunch more. But even beyond that, what we're doing is not just for big companies. We have a vibrant open source community with everyone from college students and academic researchers to professionals in machine learning. In addition to, of course, a growing enterprise community using our enterprise product. Another really, I think, unique thing about Voxel51 is that we're making big investments into innovation. Jason, one of our co-founders, is a research professor at the University of Michigan, and he leads our kind of MLE pure research teams. And they are doing groundbreaking research that we then get to incorporate into the product and bring to our users, both open source and enterprise. Um, this is one of the ways that we continue to be a part of like the conversation in cutting edge artificial intelligence. But on top of that, we want everyone at the company to have the opportunity to keep up with that conversation. So, amongst a number of other things, every other Tuesday we have an ML paper review where an expert in the field will come and walk us through one of the papers that they think is really interesting or valuable. All right, so I'd love to also tell you about our culture, but better than me, I want to hand it over to Lanny, one of our engineers, to talk about what it's like working at Voxel51. And in fact, she's one of the engineers on the team that works most closely with the machine learning team.
Hi, Elevate. My name's Lanny. I've worked at Voxel51 for roughly 2 years, and so working primarily right now on the ML workflow panels. So it kind of relates to Python side and on the front end with React. So working at Voxel, first of all, I think we on daily basis we work as human beings, even though we write code. So I feel all my coworkers at Voxel are very kind, respectful people. And the engineers we have all kind of different backgrounds. For instance, our DevOps had actually the fun fact he loved to tell was he used to work for a circus and he went to acting school like 20 years ago. So yeah, really, we truly have like background from everywhere, and people are really passionate about what we do. We're very helpful, and it's always very pleasant to work with them. What I enjoy most about working at Voxel51 was having a good balance of trust, having the autonomy, the flexibility to determine what I should do, and also when I need something from people, everyone is always approachable and reachable. And we also have weekly syncs that we get to discuss the newest trends in tech. So there are, even though we are remote, there are ways that we can keep up to trend on what we talk about. And both Remy and Josh mentioned that we have annual retreats. It used to be twice a year, and now the team gets bigger, so it's annual, where we actually gather in teams, we discuss bigger topics and ideas together down the road. What Also with engineering spell, I feel since we're growing so rapidly, there are really a lot of things we can the opportunities we can look at, things we can continuous to optimize, improve. So yeah, so I feel there's definitely lots of exciting opportunities and features to work on, especially that tie closely into the new AI trend. And the last thing I want to mention is what I enjoy most is we have the really close tie to customers. So as engineer, I not only care about the code, personally, I care about the feature I deliver to. I want to see like how it impact people. Are they using it? Do they like it? And here there is a way like we can actually engage with the customer at the conference. So usually engineers, we can pick one academic conference a year to go to and to have a face-to-face communication with our customers. It could be students from people from academia or clients from all the industries. Talk to people in agriculture, in food, in retail, not to mention like autonomous driving, etc. So being able to have that first-hand feedback, not only from sales, but also have engagement with customer also make me feel really great.